It's Tuesday night, double Dropkick night, right here on the Half Broken Dab Network. Lights not working, internet's not working, because everybody cares about the stupid president that does nothing without Congress. What a day. Bunch of idiots. Tomorrow will come. It'll be a new day. You'll still pay taxes. You'll still get stepped on because they'll all lie to you. So everybody relax. Can you please get off the internet in North Carolina? Because you're tied up the double drop kick time. I don't have any problems with the internet. But today we are. Elgato light's not working. Cam not wanting to connect. Conspiracy theories all around. How's everybody doing? It's Tuesday night. It's double drop kick night. We're thankful for each and every one of you coming in and tuning in tonight. We've got a special guest on here, wrestler and owner of Wrestle Inc., RYSK. Pretty very cool guy. Some of the stuff that he does that we're going to get for this network too. Ordered a couple of things. When he gets done with his big show, he'll be at WrestleCade right here in the great state of North Carolina in Greensboro coming up. We'll talk a little bit about that. We'll talk about his business and what he's starting. And I know he works for the Postal Service, so I'm hoping to find out tonight. I couldn't tell on the finish, but I'm hoping his finisher is going postal. I hope maybe that's one of his finishing names. If not, the Son of Sam. That would be an awesome finisher. We'll see. We'll see. But I thank each and every one of you for tuning in, whether it's you guys say that you watch it tomorrow at work or on a long drive. We're really appreciative of you guys. Hey, we're, we used to be only on YouTube and now only on Facebook, and now we're on YouTube, 4 months old, and we're almost to 1,000 subscribers. We thank each and every one of you for doing that. Hey, we've also got some giveaways on X. We're on X, on DD Podcast over on X, so give us a follow over there. Also, check out this guy that we've had a little interesting stuff with, the Glenn Ralph Show, all about wrestling and interviews. You'll be hearing some double drop kick stuff on that. Take a look at him. He's on all the platforms, on Spotify, everywhere you can get a download for a podcast. He's on there. You'll hear the DDK ad coming soon too. So we want everybody to be a part of that. Also, we're proud to be sponsored by Mendoza Craft, one of the best leather makers in this business. He is doing some stuff here that we're going to give away too. First Tuesday in December, it's coming. We got the big wrestling belt giveaway. We've got a Stone Cold figure to give away. We have some other cool things that are being sent in. We've also got, we'll talk about a little later, some wrestling lineups that we'll give away. Figures, all kinds of things. Who knows? Maybe RYSK will show up and give you a Son of Sam finisher. Who knows? That might be one of the giveaways too. Hey, also check out our sponsor partner, Spinning the Globe podcast every Thursday night, 8 to 7 Central. Check out Mark, Andy, Richard, and Ben, the guys over there. Which this week's topic I heard will be skid marks in underwear and what they smell like. So make sure you tune in to those guys. Always interesting topics they have over there. I know they last week they had a great episode on how long your fingernails should be to get those extra boogers that are extra deep. So tune in. Skid marks from underwear around the world and how they smell. I'm really interested to see how the ones from India smell. So take a look at that. Hey, we do a cool thing here on this. We do belt reviews sometimes on the network, but it's a different kind of review. They're not off the rope reviews that we take an in-depth look, really get down in close. We don't talk about how we got it, who we ordered it from, this, that, and the other. We talk about all about the plates, all about the leather work, the detailed artwork. We take a really cool look from a very expensive camera overhead, and it zooms in to where you can see those fingernails on the wrestlers that pick the boogers right on these plates. It's a great, great, awesome thing. Check out that one. This will be downloading soon too, the WCW World Title for red leather belts, and we also have one on there already. They offer the review on the NWA TV title, so check out that. And last but not least, you've got to check out the only belt maker that is partnershiped with Crumb Rind themselves, at the actual Crumb Rind makers. That's right. And their brother, their silversmith is the brother to the original silversmith who made the original big gold belt. And you'll be able to get cast pieces on this unbelievable piece. Check out c4authenticbelts.com. Check those guys out over there and on their Facebook page, C4 Authentic Belts, taking you back to like it's 1986. Everybody knows my name. My name is Booger McFarlane. And without further ado, let me introduce my cohort. Nathan Thompson!
What is good? What is good, bro?
Not much. Oh, giving the love for Ethan tonight. Giving the love for. See, I'm not as bright because still one of the lights will not connect tonight, so I'm not as bright. It's just,
sometimes you just gotta let your brightness not shine. Sometimes it's gotta shine. Tonight's just one of those nights. It's gonna be a gloomy night for like half America.
I'll blame it on Donald Trump. Everybody else blames everything else on Donald Trump, so I'm blaming it on Donald Trump tonight.
Gloomy night for half of America.
I'd blame it on Kamala Harris, but I don't think she's smart enough to understand how to do something first.
We did it.
We're gonna get hate mail. We're gonna hate. How dare you talk about that? God, how's your day, buddy?
Worked all day, but you know what? It's cool. I made it. Another day, another dollar. Time to make everybody holla.
It's what you got to do. What you got to do. It's what we got to do. What's up there, Angel? What's up there, Richard? What's up there, Platinum? Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Everybody jumping into the comments reporting. There's Wrestling Fanatic. What's going on? What's going on? Hey, we all in there a bit early. Hey, everybody's got to get in the lounge and probably have a couple drinks beforehand. What's up, Chris? How's everybody doing there, buddy? Hello, Bonner, one of the guys that had, I'm taking you away from all that crap for the next hour and a half. That's what we're doing. We got our guest here that we'll talk with for about 40 minutes. Then we got a cool little thing talking about wrestling memories, your childhood memories. So stay tuned for that. Hope everybody's doing great. Hello, Lane. Hello, everybody going on out there. Yeah, no liberals. Just no craziness. How about that? We'll say everybody's welcome here. Just no craziness. No craziness. Just don't shoot up the place. What's up, Gianni? How's it going, buddy? How's it going? There's Ben Walker from CBB. Look at everybody checking in. How's it going, Mark Maggard? What's up? What's going on? And there's a guy he'll be on next week from Max from NW Belts.
Dead muffin.
Yeah, it's a big night for the United States of America. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's a very, very big night. We're actually going to decide whether we like Coke or Pepsi tonight. So it's a big night for America. I'm voting for Coke, even though Pepsi was born in North Carolina. It stinks.
I'm a Pepsi guy.
You're a Pepsi guy?
I'm a Pepsi guy.
It's
just West Coast thing, maybe? I don't know.
You suck. As long as you don't swallow, though, it's okay. Hey! Yeah, that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. Everybody getting to know anybody in the chats. What's going on, everybody? We're having fun. We got a cool guest that we're getting ready to bring on here. I was doing, and thanks to who was it that had said, "Hey man, let's check a look at these things," and because I was looking for some things to get made, I need a DDK instead of my mask on here. I need the DDK little what do you call it, mic?
The boom thing, little mic boom.
Dang it! No, it's called mic flags. I need a mic flag made.
There you go.
And found this guy through having CTE sucks balls. Hammer told me about this guy and shared with me some of his stuff. Said, "Hey man, that's pretty cool." 100% reporting. I can declare DDK has won the night. Absolutely, because Tuesday nights are double drop kick night. That's all you need to know. Absolutely, Max will be on next week. What's up?
Tuesdays are double drop kick. Wednesdays are for the goat milk. And you know what we do on Thursdays?
Our guest backstage is like, "The hell is goat milk? What the?" Yes, they actually get a live camera and they both go down and suck milk out of the goat milk diaries. And then they write about it and cry about it later. And then they talk about how doing that will enable global warming not to happen, that the sea will not rise. Remembering in like grade school, to where you were reading the books, like Florida's going to be underwater by 1992, and I was like, oh my god! And then it was 1997, then it was 2001, and then now it was.
Well, even Obama's doing it in 08.
That's for Miami if it happens, but not here.
Obama's doing it in 08 now. He bought like a $14 million mansion right there on the ocean in Martha's Vineyard.
I guess it sucked to be him. Right? What was interesting is all those fires in Maui, and none of those millionaires' homes got touched, and it stopped right at their property. I guess the fire was like, I don't want to mess with Oprah. Let me go this way. I don't know. Very, very interesting. But we got a really cool guy that he makes some great products. Some of these stuff that's great for children, great for businesses, great for promotions, great for collecting, even mini belts, even the gangster chains. I know he does some stuff for Blood and Crips. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that, but he does for the gangster chains for both sides. So you guys out there in California, don't hate the guy making money. Okay, he's just trying to do what's right.
No, you can't hate the hustle.
Yeah.
Nope. That's one
You
thing
found something very interesting about our guest tonight too, but we won't cover that topic.
I did.
We're fans, but we're not only.
But there's always the subscriptions to be had.
So I was like, nope, that's not a topic for tonight on Double Dropkick.
And I would have subbed just for you, Kev.
Well, this network does you're on a network. We do our research. And
If
Ethan went through all of those hours of footage, and I was like, Ethan, you all right? Yeah, man. It was pretty cool. But what'd you think of watching some of this guy's wrestling techniques as we get things loaded up here for him to come on?
Definitely very cool. Kind of want to pick his brain on how watching his style. I kind of want to pick his brain on how he feels about the current product.
I'm interested to see if he's into belt collecting, if he likes belt collecting, if he gets into belt collecting, or if he is an Ultimate Warrior in the ring. When he gets a belt, he throws it all around. Because if we find out he throws up belts all around like Ultimate Warrior used to do, he's going to get kicked off the show real quick.
Yeah,
like, dude, what are you doing, man? That's a belt. Yeah. Was it a prop to him, like a lot of them say, or did they, like the guys in the '80s, didn't say it was a prop?
That value in the belt like we do, or is it just?
Yeah. What's up, bonkers? Hello from the UK. I hear a lot of people will be moving there if a certain candidate wins tonight. I heard a lot about that on the news today. It's like, God, it's like if I fart in Walmart, it's triggering somebody in California here. But
just calm down, people.
Oh, there was one right there. So,
it'll be okay.
But hey, man, we're getting ready to bring this guy on right now. We got to get his.
Before we get into that, I want to make sure tomorrow. Please don't buy all the toilet paper if your candidate doesn't win.
Oh,
please.
FYI.
Even though I'm a bidet guy,
toilet paper, 97% of it's made in America, so you won't go without it. It doesn't come over on barges. We don't get Kim Jong-un's used toilet paper that'll spy on you in your bathroom. Okay, you get toilet paper from here. It's made here. Relax. Diesel gas.
Get yourself
made
a bidet.
Here.
Have class.
And if you run out of toilet paper, there's things outside that you can wipe your hiney with. I mean, you could use a cloth. I mean, we didn't have Pampers back in the day. I was the last child in my family. I was actually in cloth diapers, and it just came at the end of my diaper run. I was like, well, that's why I got a rash on my butt all the time now. But this guy's cool. We're going to check this guy out. Check this out. Hope everybody can hear this. Can you hear that?
It's a RYSK no quit. I can't stop, I gotta take the risk. Can't lose, gotta win. Don't quit, I gotta take the risk. From the boogie down Bronx, don't cross that bridge. Break your face, get this liver mess of a wrist. That's why they call me RYSK, all by SK. Cause what you achieve in your life, I done did in a day. I go hard, leaving your body a bloody. Made a mistake when you thought you could touch me. No one above me, all of these haters hate, they love me. Call me a minister, way that I enter you wrestlers talking. I walk in and live it, don't stop with the pivot. I said it, I've been thinking wrestlers saying I'm cold as a bus. No quit, I can't stop, I gotta take the risk. Can't lose, gotta win. Don't quit, I gotta take the risks. All go, no quit. I can't stop, I gotta take the risk. Can't lose, gotta win. Don't quit, I gotta take the risks. I'm Mr. All Go, no quit. Test me, get hit. I meant since youth, I've been hit. I'm the true top of the list. Was the brute championship, stacks full of wins, cash that I get, garage full of whip, garages of hits. Nobody lives for us, don't miss. I'm the top of the top, defied all odds and took the biggest titles around. Opponents I dropped, and I don't care who you are or how much you make, cause RYSK won it all, and that's the risk I'm willing to take. All go, no quit.
He's going both
I
ways.
gotta take the risk. Can't lose, gotta win. Don't quit, I gotta take the risks. All go, no quit. I can't stop, I gotta take the risk. Can't lose, gotta win. Don't quit, I gotta take the risks.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the program. RYSK. Spell it right. Hey, welcome RYSK to the program.
What's up, guys? Wow.
Look, white guy dancing.
Man.
So I gotta jump
Check
off of
you
the
out,
question.
buddy. Check you
I forgot
out.
to look up. How tall are you, RYSK?
He's 6'8".
On a good day, 5'8".
Okay, so
On
he's
a
like
good day.
5'6", 5'7".
I'm about 5'6", yeah.
When I was watching, I was looking up his videos. It's like the Steiners and Taz had a baby. And that was RYSK.
Man, what are you doing, bro? He just got here.
Hey, I keep it up. No, because I love the Steiners and stuff, but you got the belly to belly, and you got that, but then you have the little short, compacted kind of stature like Taz,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, okay.
What are you talking about? He looks like the grandson of the 619. Rey Mysterio. You look like Rey Mysterio.
Maybe when I was doing my lucha gimmick, then yeah, when I was wearing the mask. Yeah.
Am I crazy out there? Or I guess I'm crazy. Producers.
Yeah, that's a little crazy, man. That's a little pushing it.
I think I do think you look a little like him a little bit. You don't see it even? Anybody else see it out there?
It's probably just the Hispanic features, bro. That's it.
That's all it is. All Mexicans look like.
I'm the other Spanish.
So we know that I was, been following you for the past couple of weeks and watching some of the stuff. After this year, you said, I'm done. Body's had enough. Ladies get enough of it. Dumb enough. For life, right? You're calling it quits, right?
Yeah, I've been in the ring for about 20 years. And
how old are you? Can we?
I'm almost 40.
Almost 40.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that.
Well, I'm 48 and Ethan's 41.
You guys look great.
I know.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, as 20 years, I just figured let me knock out one more year because currently I'm holding one of the world tag titles with my tag partner Chris Caden, and I gotta keep going with that until something happens. So I figured this would be my last year after 20 years. I just want to kind of focus more on business.
Yeah, your Wrestling Inc. business. But first, so you got into wrestling when you were about 20 years of age, right? What led you to say, I want to go in this ring. This is where I want to go down. This is where I want to try to make my mark. And this is something I love. How did that start to where you wanted to become a wrestler?
Well, I actually got into wrestling when I was in the second grade. So we're looking at in the 90s.
Hey, wrestling the ladies behind the dumpster that's not wrestling.
Well, it was like in the playground.
That's called a trip to the principal's office, is what I was told. I was like, I'm just wrestling her.
Well, I didn't start training until I was 16. And
wow.
Yeah, and then when I officially started training, that's when everything started picking up, and it was something I really wanted to do because just at the time, the 90s, you had all those gimmicks, all the characters, Undertaker, Kane, $1 Million Man, Ultimate Warrior. You had all those. I just loved the entertainment of it. I was like, I want to do that. So I had the greatest opportunity of doing that and hanging out and meeting guys I grew up watching on TV and stuff. And, you know, it's been great. It's been a great 20 years for myself.
Awesome. So you grew up, when did you start liking wrestling? Who was it? You know, who were you watching? What faction was it?
Who was
It
your
seems
dude?
like you were right into that mix where you were at the Monday Night Wars is where you were starting into some of your stuff.
Well, like my pops used to take my brother and I out to watch the matches back in Madison Square Garden when WWF would come and stuff, and that's mainly where everything really kicked off. Obviously, everybody was big on Shawn Michaels and stuff. As I got older, I want to say that I started growing more to technical wrestlers like Dean Malenko, Chris Benoit. You know, I was a big fan of Conan. You know, guys like that. And then with me being like my height, my stature, Rey Mysterio, obviously, and other luchadors and stuff.
Right. And that's where you got into who was your favorite? Like he was the ultimate one of, you know, this is who I want to model everything at. No, not, I guess, wrestling. Let's just say, who was your favorite wrestler growing up? We'll just say to that.
My favorite wrestler growing up, I gotta say Undertaker. I'm gonna be honest. You know, it was the Undertaker because, you know, excuse me. You know, growing up, I always liked the dark and mysterious and stuff like that. So, you know, I think everybody's favorite in the '90s was my favorite. Taker, Rock, Stone Cold, you know, Triple H, you know, guys like that. I just loved all of that. It was just so awesome. And then if you want to talk WCW, Goldberg, the Horseman, again, Malenko, Jericho, Canyon. You know, it was like I could go on and on, man.
What do you think, Ethan?
Well, we were spoiled. As a
Yes.
90s kid, we were spoiled. And nobody understands how spoiled we were. But I mean, the names you're rattling off, these are like all Hall of Famers, and you're like, man, I could. As a kid, I remember Undertaker versus Undertaker, man. I'm watching that match and I'm just mind blown. I'm just like, how are there two of these? How is this happening right now?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't know any better. I'm just like,
For me, it was like, it was always awesome with the illusion of like, oh my God, that's his brother from the fire, and, you know, Kane, and it was just, the storytelling was awesome.
The casket match with Yoko, when Yoko put him in the casket and they go back and the casket catches up and they're lifting him out of the right, you're just like, mind blowing.
Yeah, man. It's
Love
so
that.
awesome until you learn how it's done.
And these, well, it was just there. Here it is. Some of your stuff and your matches and stuff.
Mhm.
This one here was one that I thought was particularly cool. Seeing if you know it. It was at Suave. I think
Maximo Suave.
Maximo Suave. Yeah, you coming in
Yeah,
already pissed off. Look, I just had to deliver your stupid mail, your stupid pornographic magazines. I'm ready to. What,
Actually,
did your finisher do what I mean? Did you do what we were talking about with your finisher or no?
so I try to keep my life, my mailman life, and my wrestling life separate because this is my escape. Wrestling has always been my escape.
Right, I got
You know, so
that one.
you know, it's just
Not gonna
look at
lie,
that.
though, as the retirement match, you come out dressed up as a postman, pushing a little postcart, hit it with the priority finisher. I'm just saying, full
You know, it's
circle.
funny because a lot of people always ask when people find out what I actually do for a living. They're like, and you haven't used that as a gimmick? I go, I don't want to bring that into a gimmick, man. I'm already going postal at work.
Can you
I'm good.
imagine having like the priority finisher, or like, yeah, you just deliver the postal on Sunday, like.
Well, I actually had talks with a promoter about me coming in my mailman outfit, acting like I'm like delivering a package and I'm supposed to attack this guy and let people know, oh my God, it's me, you know. But we didn't do it because I don't want to wear that uniform. I wear that damn thing every day. I'm good.
I'm just throwing this out there. You could parlay after your wrestling's done into a managerial position where you're delivering contracts.
Yeah.
You know, a little something.
There is Gaucho. Was it Gaucho Pro Wrestling? Have you ever heard of that?
No.
Gimmick only underground grapplers, something or whatever.
Oh, it's when the guy, like the people all dressed up in like different things and stuff.
It's all gimmick based. It's got to be a gimmick.
Yeah.
There's like Seymour Snot.
Yeah, okay.
You know, and there's a good friend of mine, Jay-Z Flair, who's a Bojangles champion. He's starting to get involved in it. I mean, he's an actual Bojangles champion. They gave him a championship belt. And but it's very cool. It's all gimmick based. That's where you could do the, and here's his finisher. Oh, it's the Son of Sam. You know,
oh my God,
he's going postal, and you're just flipping out mail to the people. He's going postal, and you pull it.
It's
out
all like tickets and bills, and no. Trust me, if it's gone through my mind, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that ever.
So what? I see the guy you're wrestling. It looks like he just got out of a marriage. He's got his dress slacks on in there.
So yeah, that's actually one of my best friends, Maximo Suave. He's actually now working with Women's of Wrestling with his wife, Amazing Maria. He was also featured in Wrestlers on Netflix.
Oh, was he?
Yeah. This match was actually my second time at OVW working with him.
Do the midsection.
Yeah, this is just the gimmick they wanted to go with him with the whole dress and outfit thing. I don't know if he's still doing that.
It gives me the pimpless Godfather. That's the vibe I'm getting.
Oh, Godfather look at that slick move.
Yeah, I mean, I think he does more of like a like a TV friendly Scarface gimmick, which I love. That he does the accent and everything. You know, man, he's so Spanish. I love that guy.
and he's your good buddy.
Yeah. He actually just got married. We're actually at his wedding. We did the wedding actually in the OVW ring. Al Snow was the officiant. It was great.
Oh,
I'm happy for him.
I noticed that you do, which I like, is not a lot of this over the top gymnastic stuff. This constant where we've got into the forearms constantly to the side of the head. That annoys the crap out of me. One, it looks so terrible in wrestling. Two, it's going to give somebody a concussion. You keep hitting them on the side of the road. I saw you as you come in. You're placing the hand on the top of the head and giving the strikes like the old school strikes. I don't know why that's going out of wrestling.
I will.
Can you elaborate? Are these guys getting trained with this? That used to be only in a lot of females wrestling that they're doing it, but now it's like everywhere, and it's just terrible looking.
Well, I'm actually I've trained with a lot of old school guys or guys back in 20 years. I started my training in the Bronx, New York is where I'm from guys who trained from a lot of old school guys like Johnny Rods and stuff. And then I started training in Union City, New Jersey at Ace Pro Wrestling. When Jay Lethal was there, he was under contract with Ring of Honor, but he would come in to train some of us. And then he went full time with TNA. So that was like way back. So I'm more trained with like a lot of old school guys and stuff. So with my hits and everything is basically based off what I've learned.
How scary was that finisher to be put in? Because that
of a package?
Yeah. Because
you got to trust your guy.
Hogan.
Oh,
can you imagine Hogan getting put in that finisher after the Undertaker put him in the tombstone?
Your head does touch here. I mean, you do feel the top of the. I can see your head touch here. I don't think you got.
Honestly, I don't remember most of this match. I don't remember the match. I know it was a good match from what I heard.
What's the deal with you not remembering?
I think it's just old age, but no, he took care of me. It was nothing touched. It was just like, we really know how to work each other, and like give the crowd what they want. And especially with this being TV, you got to make sure everything looks legit.
And at that size, you're a stout package right there. What are you, 225?
I am actually. I was actually 225 there. I actually lost 10 pounds.
Right. Now, when you're wrestling that style, or go ahead, Kev.
No, go ahead.
When you're wrestling, like when you guys wrestle like that, now, Are you guys kind of have a general some kind of idea of how the match is going to go? Are you calling in the ring, or you guys kind of have it?
Honestly, it's most of the time it's like 50-50, you know.
Thank God.
Yeah, usually it's 50-50. We just we say who we find out who's going over, and then everything else is in the ring.
Right. Yeah,
we just lead up to that.
I don't understand why they don't call more in match. Like it just is. You watch the current product and it's so overly scripted that like
stupid millennials.
they need to teach them how to call.
Jen
honestly, I just think
they're terrible. They're absolutely terrible in the ring, bro. I'm telling you, it's just you watch today's wrestling and then go watch some of the early NWA 80s and 90s. It's just like they're two different things.
Yeah, me personally is like I could tell when somebody's calling something in the ring, you know, but that's just me again. It's just my years of experience, you know. But especially when you can damn right hear them out loud on camera, you know, telling them what's the next move and everything. I think that's why a lot of guys try to prefer to call everything in the back and try to remember in the ring. You know.
Now, answer me the. I would much rather hear them almost call it out than wait. Like if you watch like especially AEW is notorious for it. There's so much time in between the setup because they're kind of just waiting for each other instead of calling it on the fly. There's just that build. So the guy will stumble around for an extra second or two before he catches a forearm or catches a kick. As far as when you're calling on the fly, you guys can kind of just keep it.
Yeah, usually, well, like I said, there's a difference between the TV televised and indie shows. You know, indie shows only the fans are really going to watch. When the TV comes, you only have a certain amount of time for that, so you gotta do this, break away, let the crowd drink it in, and then let the commentators have their chance to speak and stuff. Mm-hmm. And then you come in, and next thing you know, that's when they catch you, and it's basically that's just how it works. That's why you always see like a big space in between, you know, for that.
He said, I was working with Al Snow.
Al is actually a really, really great guy. You know, first time I met him, he was very intimidating, but honestly, he's very down to earth. Doesn't laugh or smile much, but he's a really good guy.
Right. It's just for me the stuff in today's wrestling with the extreme amount of super kicks. I just think it's so over the top, and I think we're doing so many crazy off the rope moves that a guy is being pinned by just a face punch. There's no more building up to a story, creating that story, going from and building up to something bigger and bigger. It's like 5 seconds in, we're doing triple flips off the top rope, double pull up your pants, smack him with your rear end, kind of double face up, double check, whatever it is. And it's just like it's just like this.
Yeah, it's like the flashy stuff. You know, everybody wants to get the flashy stuff over because that's what the crowd likes. You know, unfortunately, that's just how things are these days.
Yeah, the new generation wrestling fan is absolutely stupid.
Me is like I actually just did a show in Canada a couple weeks ago, and one of the old school guys came up to me and my partner, and he was like, "Oh my God, I haven't seen actual wrestling like that in so long," because I actually did arm drags, back body drops, shoulder tackle, the traditionals. I actually traditional wrestle,
right.
And I don't really do a lot of flips. I trained in lucha, but I actually still like to throw in things that not a lot of people see anymore, like wrestling.
Yeah, I mean, and don't get me wrong. There's okay for some of those spots, but it's just over and over and over the same things, and it's it just not because of the maneuver. It's because your guy is so blatantly helping you out with the maneuver. Like, here, I'm gonna walk you all the way around the ring rope while you get ready to do a double kick on my face. When back in the old school days, you wouldn't see a Ted DiBiase or Ric Flair do that. He'd snatch you right off the ring. What are you doing? And backhand you.
I mean, but like wrestling evolves after a while because, like, how wrestling was back in the day. to now is like everything now is entertainment. Is like it's basically like you want to throw in some of those flashy stuff. You want to throw in those things where people can relate and like, oh, that's a super kick. Oh my God, he just did a Canadian destroyer off the top rope. Even though we've seen it, we like it. We'll see it again. It's like stuff like this.
Yeah, and yeah, I completely agree with you there. This, that, and the other. I'm just taking it from a thing to where you're doing the same thing 3 or 4 times, or the other thing is you've got it so scripted down that a guy's standing there waiting for something for almost 3 to 4 seconds. It's the obvious. I don't care how the flashy moves. That's great. It's the helping of the other guy waiting for so many of these flashy moves that you're actually assisting and helping. And you see it and you see it even more in the women's wrestling, that they have become so scripted down to every single move that if they miss a move, they're completely lost. That they'll be so bad. Like if a woman misses a kick, they'll let her miss it, then stand there and wait for her to get it again. It's like you've got to be able to, in my opinion, you got to still be able to teach some in-ring calling, because if you miss a spot, they're just completely lost. And I think women's wrestling has gone down in the past 5 years from what I watched. It's just way over the top and being so scripted that it looks bad.
I actually watch more indie women wrestling than WWE or AEW, because
and probably indie wrestling is they're doing it. It's entertaining. It's entertaining.
Yeah, honestly, I always say,
look at Thunder Rosa when she was in the NWA. And some of that early days of not when Billy first bought it before he ruined it, the early days of when he was doing it, they were actually, doing their calls and doing their things, and it looked better. And then Thunder Rosa goes to AEW, and she doesn't look nothing like she did in the NWA.
Yeah, that's the one thing. Like, I've always noticed, I see a lot of people from what they did in the indies when they get signed to a contract, they get. I use the term watered down, but it's basically they tell you, hey, you can't do this, because, safety, or this other guy does it, or, stuff like that. So that's basically what happens. It's like, it's not really the wrestlers, is the people, is the boss, is the people in charge that tells them, hey, bring it down a notch,
All right.
Which leads into my biggest complaint, and let me see how you feel about this. I'm a fan of, can we make finishers great again?
I'm sorry, what?
Can we make finishers great again?
Can we make finishers great again?
Yeah, like somebody gets actually pinned from a finisher and not from, like I was talking about earlier. You don't have that build up.
Roberts was a DDT. Jake Roberts was a DDT, bro. Like, $1 Million Dream, like, now you get 17.
This might be it here. The attention span of today's wrestling fan, because they're so doped up on whatever medication they're getting from their psychiatrist, because they can't.
I actually agree with that. Like,
I think that's 100%. I think that's spot on, the attention spans.
For me, like I said, I'm a child of old school. I always believe that if once you hit a finish, you hit a finish. You don't kick out. Now, if there's a story getting built up and everything between you and another person, and this is the biggest match, we'll say Rock and Stone Cold, that gets built up, boom, boom, anticipated. People wanted to see it. Now, Stone Cold hits the stunner, Rock kicks out. What? But if it's like just a race, a regular match between two guys or two women in the ring, and they hit a finish and they kick out, I'm gonna be pissed. Because, like, what are you doing? This is the finish. You don't kick out the finish. I get it for, like, gotta add the drama, be like, but that's why you hit a big move that's not your finish, that gets the people thinking, oh my God, that's gotta be it. And then they kick out.
Building, to that anticipation. You're building, you watch some of these old school wrestling, and I go back to this, the NWAs, you're watching it. I can still watch Rock and Roll and Midnight Express going at it, and you can still feel it building, and it's building. It's like, it's so great to watch the old school first 5 minutes of a match, because they're playing around, they're playing off the crowd, which nobody does anymore in the crowd. Nobody's turning around and yelling at a crowd or yelling at somebody or going out of the ring and pointing your finger at somebody at the crowd. It's very lost.
Yeah, they do that. I've noticed that a lot of the younger guys do that in the beginning, like on the entrance. They come out, they ba to the crowd, but they don't really do it
And then
while
it's
in the,
done.
they don't work the crowd like they like you used to.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
but again, depends on, for me, is who trained you, where you worked. You know, when it comes to independent wrestling, get the crowd in, boom, boom, boom. If you're on TV, the crowd is there to watch, but your main focus is on that camera. You
Yeah.
know, because that's where a lot of people, actually lose track when they go, "Oh my God, look, there's not a lot of people in the show." That doesn't mean anything. There's millions of people watching on TV.
Right.
That's what counts.
Yeah. I mean, and if you're the heel, take the heel role. If you're the baby face, take it and play it like the heel, to where you'd see like a Bobby Eaton, for example, when he was wrestling, and then he'd constantly stop the match and get out and then he'd go hug Jim Cornette and kiss him, be a baby. Oh, you're a pusher. What? And get all the crowd. You're working the crowd up to build that heel. Oh, you're getting them involved. And so, no, get in there and fight. I guess maybe just my time has passed, but you go to wrestling shows. When I was growing up, you saw grandma, the husband, the wife. You saw much more broad of a family. Today, it's all young kids, young guys.
Yeah, like I said,
the young girls. You don't see the family going anymore.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, the shows I work, oh my God, it's the older people who are so mean. It's you got like I said, the grandmothers and stuff.
Rick
Actually,
would talk about he'd be hit with the purse. The grandmas would hit him with the purse all the time.
Yeah, I had a friend, like my tag partner, Caden. He there's been many times where he got so much heat, and people will wait for him after the show to fight him. Or people will come after him, and I'm like, that's heat. That's what you want. When you got the crowd booing you and hating you, you're doing your job.
They feel it.
As a heel.
Yep.
There's been times where I will be at a show. After the show, I go to a bar, and I found out that somebody who didn't like me because I was doing my job right followed me to this bar.
All right.
So I was like,
Here's Mr.
I was like, hey, no, bring it in. It's like I'm a trained fighter, not just wrestling. I'm a trained fighter. I mean, bring it in, man.
This finger trains a whole lot. It's really good. it changed. But no, you had Jim Cornette used to say that they would almost be beaten to get out of the ring and to get back to that sometimes they got so much heat, and the police knew. Kayfabe and knew, but even the police were so mad that they didn't want to protect them getting back to the dressing room. That the heat was so good. And I met Honor Harrison one day, and I was watching all these people in line before they met him. Oh, I used to love you. And I'm sitting there, I was like, bullshit. Ain't none of these people grew up loving Arn Anderson. You're late with that one. I used to say to them, and so I got up to him. I was like, you know what? I used to hate your guts. I used to absolutely hate you because of what you did to rock and roll and what you did to Ricky Morton, but I hated you. And he goes, you know what? He said, that's refreshing to hear. He said, so many people, what I thought in the line, watch, he said, so many people come up here and they say they love me and they used to love me watching. I was like, well, where were y'all at my matches? Because y'all hated me going to my matches. He says, you telling me that it is it's great because he said, well, you said, I was doing my job correctly. Yeah. I did it perfect. I said, boy, you did it more than perfectly because you were absolutely great at what you did.
Anytime I got to meet somebody that I hated because they were like a really good heel in wrestling, anytime I got to meet them, I'll tell them straight up, like, man, I'm a fan, but I hated you in the ring, man. You were just a piece of work, and they were like, oh, then, and you'll see the biggest smile on their faces because, that's just reassuring to know that they did their job.
Yeah, absolutely. Did you prefer to play a heel or face?
I actually love playing a heel. I really do because I already talk a lot of smack. Huh. I talk so much smack now, even outside the ring. Just with my friends. I do it to my wife. I'm always.
That's the perfect person to do it on.
Yeah, I mean, I always do it.
Hey, honey, your food sucked tonight.
Yeah, my like I just hate when I'm in sorry words. I hate when I'm working shows and they say, "Hey, your face," and I'm just like, "All right." I go out there, yeah, woo. I hate that. I really do because I hate people. I don't like people.
I don't either. That they all
You
stink.
know, I don't.
I hate them. And
That's when I
I hate my
know.
partner here. I don't like you either.
Yeah, and that's when I know when I'm a heel, I'm in my natural element. You
There
know,
you go.
I thank you for coming to the show and everything. I'm glad you enjoyed yourself, but
Bye.
stay away from me.
There you go. Well, the other thing that I want to talk about is how did you transition and when did you start Wrestle Inc?
Oh wow.
When did this become you know what? This is what I want to do. This is something that I enjoy. I want to try this.
Was my highlight reel? Well, let's see. I started Wrestle Inc. Actually, Wrestle Inc. was going to be a tattoo magazine. It's going to interview wrestlers and talk about their tattoos. This is way before WWE started doing their own thing. I actually have an interview on YouTube when I interviewed Homicide and talked about his tattoos and stuff. You know, but it was just so hard meeting up with everybody, and the travel was crazy. So, and then I just said, no, I'm not going to do that. And then I put Wrestling on the shelf for a little bit, and then I actually used to take care of adults with mental disabilities. I did that for like 10 years.
Mhm.
And one of the guys was a big wrestling fan. So he wanted to start a wrestling club. And I was like, you know what? Let's do that. And I figured, let me make a cheap belt. You know, like the belts you used to make out of cardboard for the kids and everything.
Right.
So I would make one of those. I made one of those and just basically like printed out a photo, glued it on cardboard, and just said, hey, you guys, we'll do a trivia. If you guys know who this is, you know, you win the belt and you're the champion until somebody I'll beat you in the trip. You know, it was great. But that's what really sparked the idea for me to make championship belts for kids and stuff like that. And I've always done art since I was a kid. I draw cartoons or anything. And this is actually what actually helped me boost everything when I made that one belt, and it just grew from there. You know,
So it must be pretty good because you had to stop till November. That's when, I guess after November, that's when, you know, you'll do my double drop kick belt. I can't wait to show that off on here.
Yo, man, yeah, it's because I get lots of emails from people from the UK. Recently, I just got one from Canada about like getting custom belts made for their kids, because real championships are quite expensive, you know. But like I always say with my work, from afar, it still looks legit, it looks real. You know, you won't know. A lot of people don't even know it's foam, you know, until they're holding it, and they're like, wow, you know, because those I've done work with EC3. I've done belts for Matt Cardona, Steph DeLanner. I did Sammy Guevara's vlog championships. I've just worked with a lot of other promotions. I made awards for promotions. I've done the mic flags.
Now, what are these made out of here though?
Those are made out of acrylic.
Acrylic. Okay, so you can do that. Okay.
Yeah, I've done all kinds of things. You know, it's just I'm always getting hits of like, hey, can you do this? Can you do that? And I'm like, yeah. I mean, I could give it a shot.
Then you hand paint everything as well.
Everything is hand painted. That's what the
time consuming. The
time consuming part is, you know, is the hand paint. If it's not the designing the belt, it's more the hand painting.
What's the most difficult belt when somebody orders? You're like, oh man, it's gonna take forever. Where's one that is a pain to do?
My God.
I would have thought it been that one with all that intricate paint there. I thought that would have been a pain in the tail.
No, see, what was the most? It was a championship for Nickel City Wrestling. Their championship had so much, because I also had to paint the straps, because their straps is blue. And I use again, everything is foam. The plates are foam, the straps are foam, but I didn't have blue straps, so I had to paint the straps, all of them. So that was when I got to paint the straps. That's what makes it more time consuming, especially when they have the little detail like red line somewhere in there. Because I try to get as accurate as possible when I do belts.
That belt there is stacked.
Right?
Yeah.
He's stacking.
So are you familiar with the belt hobby as far as what we're like, what we do, what we're in?
Collecting?
Yes.
Yes, I actually have a couple of my own here, along with my championships I've won throughout my time.
Do you have that belt growing up? That was your, maybe you have it now or not, that like that was the belt you looked at and you're like, man, if I could ever own one of those belts.
Yeah, one of my one of my favorite belts was the Big Gold World Title. I actually have the original one away with the Gober nameplate. So it was like, it's all messed up. I gotta get it re-leathered. But I got that one. I got the
craft. We know the leather guys. He's one of our
great
sponsors.
leather guy. Yep. He's
Mendoza
phenomenal.
Craft or Maggard Leather. They're two of the guys that help with the show. They're amazing leather guys. Yeah, when you get into this hobby, and hopefully you'll join Wide World of Belts. I told you about our group that we run, Wide World of Belts. Love those wrestling belts and Championship Belt Brothers, Big Boys belts. The hobby is huge and big. And where's your belts from that you've ordered from that you've collected?
A lot of my championships was like the WCW championships were given to me.
All right. Are they shop, or are they from a Pakistan maker, or do you not? We'd love to see some of the belts that you've won. If you have some of the belts that you've won.
So I actually have my championships, my custom championships made, basically replicas of the championships I've won. Which was my Low Limits, my All Go No Quit. I actually have a Wrestle Inc. championship made. Yeah, the All Go No Quit is one of my custom championships. Crazy enough, that belt's heavy as hell. I actually just recently retired it.
Who made that for you?
I designed it.
You designed it and you made it, or you get a belt maker?
No, I had a belt maker do it from I think it was Pakistan.
Pakistan. You don't remember who it was?
It's hard to remember because I was going through somebody that I knew that made the had the championships made for a wrestling promotion that I was working with.
All right.
So if you get into the hobby a little more, you'll discover that the skies are the limit of what you can get, what you can obtain, and you actually be surprised on the prices that you can obtain them for, knowing the right people, because it's
$200 running up to $5,000 depending on who. And the detail. And if it looks like crap, wild. And if it looks good, if it's clean acid etching, and it's
Yeah, I actually got IWGP heavyweight title.
Mm-hmm.
I got that from JB Toys. I don't know if you guys know him.
Around the hobby. Yeah, he's been around the hobby for a long time.
Yeah.
So I got that one through him because that was one of my other favorite championships. So I got that with my my other replicas, and everything else I got is been like about 200 to 400 that I got.
Oh, okay, all right. So what? And I wanted to know what everything Wrestle Inc. does, because I found so many little things that you can do. So you do the little foam belts, you do the mic stuff, the promotion stuff. So there's so much you can make, because I love these little things here.
Thank you. I actually
absolutely love these, and I'm going to get you to get me a Ricky Morton. I'm going to get the art and get a Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson one made or something. That's what I want.
Yeah, so basically, Wrestle Inc. I actually turned it into a merch maker for wrestlers and wrestling promotions, because when I first started wrestling, there wasn't a lot of places to get merch, and the only merch you knew was either 8x10s or T-shirts. I figured, since I'm an artist, I would definitely be that one-stop shop for wrestlers and promotions or fans to get what they want. I've done, oh my God, the mic flags, chains, jewelry, keychains, magnets, the championship belts. I've made T-shirts. I've done stickers. I've made the list just goes on. I always tell people like I wanted wrestling to be that one shop. Especially like for wrestlers, since I've had my 20 years in the business, I will make sure that the merch fits your gimmick, and I would never make anything that won't sell. Because I'm a merch consultant, a merchandise consultant. So basically, I will help you. Basically, talk to you, discuss with you what would fit your character and what I know would sell. Because, like I said, I have so many little things that I've made of my own, checked what sold, what didn't sell, and stuff like that. So
You even
that's
did
what
the mini
wrestling
belts.
mainly is. Yeah.
You have your little Rock and Roll Express, Midnight Express figures on the little belts that they held as a stand. That would be dope.
That's what I was just telling him. He's going.
Yeah,
He's
I
going to
did
have an
one.
order in November, so you need to book all of November for me.
Yeah, I had to tell everybody like, hey, no orders because I'm gonna be at WrestleCade, so I needed to bring up all my own merch. So there was a lot of belts I'm bringing in, custom belts that I just recently designed, and it's gonna be crazy because I'm gonna be there all 3 weekends because I'm also a sponsor for WrestleCade.
Oh, that's cool. So you're going to be there all, and the dates are November
29th to December 1st.
There you go. So he's going to be there. So you got to check him out. Check him out. Say you saw him on Double Dropkick, so that he'll give me a good price on all my crap that I'm going to buy from him to order for here. Yeah, it is a Fanatic. It is pretty cool. And if you got a little one, or even for belts that you want that you don't want to order them in the expensive part, you can order them here. You can give them away as good gifts. I mean, to try to find out, instead of paying $250 or $500 or $1,000 or whatever. You go in, whoever you order it from, you can find out if your kid's really interested in wrestling and buy him one of these, or you can buy a little toddler this, and you won't got it have to worry about it, messing up and this, that, and the other, or them destroying it because it won't be that expensive.
He's got me thinking now. I want a wall piece. My favorite belt is Winged Eagle.
Oh, I done the Eagle. I done that. Yeah.
You're like, could you do one in foam? Like, probably yay big. Big.
I can actually make it as big as the current world title now. I could make it that big. I can make it small. Yep. It's just.
I'll have another order for you in November.
Yeah, I mean, hey, like I said, I'm always open. My main things is I do love doing custom work. If anybody, because like I had people reach out to me about birthday gifts. I just recently made a Halloween championship for a costume contest. So I done that. It's just like I said, my favorite parts is custom work because it's just I just love when I get to be real creative in it. Because the Wing Eagle I've done. Different forms of the Wingo with the purple strap, the blue strap, the white, the black straps, the ones with the different colors. Even I've done all those, So
love it.
So where is the definite first thing is I needed to get done because I had bought a mic flag to get a piece already on. I had bought these two, and I was just going to put the sticker on them. It's this type of mic flag, and it was going to go here. And I was going to put the sticker on it, and I was like, I don't know about that. And then I bought the old school ones. I mean, these are the ones from the 70s, 60s, and 80s that fit on the mic piece. And I was like, oh, well, that size is a bit better. And then I saw the one you did. I was like, oh, that's a perfect size. So I definitely need to get that one done and get it on here.
Yeah, me personally, I like to when I do projects or anything, I like to make sure everything stands out. I don't like flat pieces or just putting a sticker on it. I want to make sure it stands out. So then, if you're walking, especially if you're an announcer and you're walking around with the mic talking to the crowd, they can see the definition in the mic flags, or they could, or especially when they're doing interviews or anything. It pops like that. That's I always want to do. And a lot of people think that everything I offer is expensive. No, I work with you. You know, what's your budget? You know, if your budget's $20, I'm gonna give you a $20 product. You know, you know.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But
I'm
I my
surprised you're
thing
doing
is
3D printing in there.
what happened.
I said I'm surprised you're not doing 3D printing in there somewhere.
So I had a 3D printer stop working, and honestly, this is actually a lot quicker than the 3D printers for me. You know, because like one belt plate takes an hour because I use a laser. One belt,
Oh, okay.
yeah, it takes an hour, depending on the size, and then like I said, the only thing that's really time consuming is the painting. You know, but if I'm doing a one belt order, I'll be done in like a week, maybe less. You know, and it'll be shipped out to you real quick too.
What's the best way for people to get a hold of you?
I always say my Instagram, Wrestle Inc. One word. You see the blue check mark on it.
That's on.
Yeah, that.
Let's see. It was this one right here, right? Wrestle Inc.
Yeah.
On Instagram.
Inc, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the best way to reach me because I have the Facebook one, but it's just I have so many messages from my personal Facebook account, and that is just it gets lost. So I always tell people just reach out to me on the Instagram. It's so much easier for me, and you know whatever.
That's the best way to get a hold of you.
The best way, Instagram.
At Wrestle Inc. on Instagram. That's the best way to message him. And that he'll see it. He does have a Facebook page where he shows off some of his stuff at Facebook at Wrestle Inc. Art, WRESTLE INKART.
Mm-hmm.
He's there as well. And what's the RSKY official? What is that?
That's my wrestling page. That's RYSK official.
Okay.
That's where I post up my upcoming shows or interviews or whatever, you know.
Gotcha. And then there was the wrestling chains that you made for the Blood and the Crips, and there's you can get the.
No, that's actually I think River City Wrestling, RCW.
Uh-huh.
They reached out to me for belts, but then they want to do something a little smaller, so I made these for them.
Smart.
The pendants, the chains, yeah. So like I said, I always tell people I could work with you if certain prices are too much for you. There's other ways to get your business out there. I could do pins, I could do magnets, whatever. And like I said, everything is within a reasonable price. I try to fit everything within a reasonable price for you because my goal is I make money only if you make money because I know you're gonna keep coming back.
Right. I mean, yeah, his work. I mean, these things are very detailed. They're very crafty. They're very, I wouldn't bring somebody on here that made some stuff, crappy stuff. I mean, I love the stuff, and I'm excited to work with you to get a belt and to get some double drop kick things to kind of give away on the show, and definitely my mic thing. And we're looking forward to hopefully everybody will go check you out at WrestleCade weekend. He'll be there the whole time. Check him out, support him, buy his stuff, order some stuff for cool little gifts, for cool giveaways. If you got a little show or podcast out there, it's a great guy to reach out to. He won't be doing orders again until what'd you say?
Right after I get back from wrestling. So about in December.
Probably in December.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's when I'll be expecting a message from me. Oh, here's Double Dropkick.
Yeah.
What's up, man?
And I'll be celebrating my birthday weekend during WrestleCade weekend.
Yeah, but yeah, I definitely want to get this made from you quickly. I definitely need this quick to get this done, and so I can get it on here. Because this is all cool, but I want the actual show logo on there. I mean, I had these things made, these little stickers, whatever, but that I've given away and stuff like that. But I need to get my mic flag on here and to get that done.
We'll talk to make sure you get something that actually pops. That way when you're on cam, people see it like, oh wow, I'll make sure we do that.
I just dropped my underwear for him. It's so sexy. But we appreciate. Is there anything else that you wanted to promote or push? Maybe soon you'll come back after retired life and you're pushing some other stuff or some other products. We'd love for you to come on and show it off.
Well, I mean, I'm only retiring from in ring, I will definitely still be around backstage, working with promotions and either wrestler, giving advice, working with the new guys. Whatever. I'll be around still. Because
Please keep that postman managerial spot in mind. Just keep it. Just let it simmer.
And and you have a bag, and what's in there is little pieces of, it looks like envelopes, whatever, but they're actually 10% off at Wrestle Inc. and you're throwing them out in the crowd. I'm going postal and getting rid of all the mail.
At the end of the match, whoever you're wrestling, you drop a letter on his chest and be like, "You've been delivered."
Yep. You pull it right out of your trunks, back of your trunk, smelly all like doo-doo, and you just lay it right on him. You've been served.
I'll tell you what, to make dreams come true, maybe throughout my last year, if a promotion picks me up and wants me to do that, I'll do it.
There you go.
I'll bring out the hat, everything. I'll go, even the socks, even the postal socks.
And your finisher's got to be the Son of Sam. Or I hope everybody understands that reference. Who was the greatest, one of the greatest mass murderers, and I mean he was a postal worker, and his nickname the Son of Sam.
You could call him the Zodiac there too, because he mailed the letters.
Yeah.
My mother was around during the Son of Sam thing.
Yeah,
I'm from New York, so
that was it was crazy around there.
Yeah.
People were like, "Weep." Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
They were pretty crazy. But
I don't know about the Son of Sam. I don't know if that's gonna slide with.
Yeah. If you can join Wide World of Belt, join these groups. I can send them after you to wherever, and you can post some of the stuff that you're making for these guys to see, because our belt groups are all about belts, wrestling belt, anything wrestling related. You can post some of your work, where you're going to be at, WrestleCade, that type of thing. Some of your matches. Our groups that we run and we do. There's a couple thousand people in each group. And they love all kinds of wrestling things, and you can drop some of this stuff down that you can make, and hopefully we can keep your business going strong. And
I appreciate it. Maybe give me early retirement from the post office.
Back weight. Yeah. There we go. Well, man, I appreciate you joining us tonight, man. It's been a blast. I thank you for your time and your commitment to this and to this hobby, and we wish you a whole lot of success. And please come back. Sometime in the spring we'll bring you back on, and we want to check in with you and see how everything's going, to make sure the Double Dropkick community has supported you and pick you out. And best of luck at WrestleCade, man.
Yeah, thank you, man, and I appreciate it. Are you guys going to be at WrestleCade?
I will not, but
I'm trying to be again. So if you'll hear somebody going, I'll go, Son of Sam!
Jesus Christ.
Yep, that'll
be out in Cali, so
RYSK, where you at, man?
I got invited to Cali, so to a convention in Cali. So, I'll keep you guys posted about that. Yeah. Well, you at least.
And happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Go ink it up. Go ink it up with everybody.
All right.
We appreciate it,
I appreciate it, guys.
Thanks so much. You stay safe, and you have a great time, man. And we wish you much success at Wrestle Inc. And we'll always support you here on DDK, buddy.
Thank you.
There he is, ladies and gentlemen. RYSK. How awesome was that?
Fantastic guy.
What a cool dude. Easy to talk to.
Guy.
Easy to interview. Go check him out on Wrestle Inc. Make sure you support the guy. Order something for your snot-nosed kid. Order something for yourself.
December, orders open.
Yeah. December's open. Get him busy. Get him so flooded. Yeah. Get him so flooded that he's like, I hate double dropkick communities, man. He ordered so many stinking belts. I had to go across the board. I had to hire Ethan to go get me some illegals from across the border to work at my company, man. That's what I had to do.
You had to hire Doza.
Yeah, I had to hire Mendoza to get, what do you call himself? He wasn't a fence jumper. He was
There's wetback and scratchbacks.
That is DDK approved, man. We're gonna get so much hate mail again. Right. You're making me cry.
You didn't show.
Go fart on yourself and your wife. Could care less what you guys think of my show. 1,000 of us have subscribed and liked it. So please make sure you subscribe to the show. Make sure you check out that guy. He was so cool. Hopefully we'll have him back on again. And I'll definitely be showing, I'll give him some cool shout outs when I get my, I need that. I've been needing that made. I've been buying these thinking what sticker on it. And I was like, sticker's not going to stand out. And then this one, and then I was like, and then I saw when I was getting ready, this guy was just going through his stuff again. I was like, holy crap, he makes mic flags. Holy doo-doo.
I want to take a second.
Huh?
Want to take a second to give you an update.
What?
And also congratulate you.
What happened to me?
We are at 813.
813 subscribers. Hey, all right, there we go. Almost at 1,000. That's not bad for 4 months into this.
Almost at 1,000 of unpurchased subscribers.
Yeah, unpurchased subscribers. We don't purchase views or purchase subscribers like other people do. That is against YouTube policy. It promotes the show. No, it doesn't. It just wastes your stinking money.
But no, congratulations, Kev. You work hard, and I'll never dispute how hard you work. You're phenomenal making all your edits and doing everything like that. It's not unwarranted and it's not unappreciated.
Thank you, Control on the Pet Population. Have your grandma spayed or neutered. Yeah, 800. A little over 800. We're going to get to 1,000.
We don't talk about grandmas here because...
Hey, just because they're wrinkled, they can be sweet too.
Well, Tony's grandma, I'm going to make her an honest lady, and he doesn't like that.
Yeah. No, he might
He's
not
worried.
Like
Tony's worried I'm going to be his grandpa.
And he should know that you already are. You might be his grandpa, but I'm your daddy. You know, that type of thing. But we're excited to get into the second part of this show and to talk about some pretty cool stuff. Yeah. There you go. We'll let RYSK know about your list. Hopefully he'll watch it later. Hopefully he'll post it up and show some of his people. Yeah, we're doing that. We're making podcasts great again. I'll never call you. Yeah, just don't break your foot anymore, there, buddy. Just don't break your foot. But hey, guys, remember to give us a shout out. We'll see you, RYSK. We'll get up with you, buddy. We appreciate it, man. DDK on the X, DDK podcast on X. Check it out. We're doing some pretty cool stuff with that. As you know, we would love for you to keep liking this, share. Make sure you subscribed. And when you're subscribed, you come on here because you're part of the show. Your comments, you tune in. Sometimes we have call-ins. You guys get up there. Make sure you share it with some friends. We've got our belt giveaway. As soon as we get 1,000, hey, we're just 200 up from another belt giveaway. Yeah, we do our stuff here. And we'll give another belt giveaway once we get to 1,000. But, you got to make sure that you're subscribed. Yes, sir. That was awesome. He was a pretty cool.
Just a phenomenal guy to talk to. Smooth.
What's up, Laverty? How you doing? Hopefully you go back and watch the first half of the show. Pretty cool guy that we've got here. But we've got some we got a little bit left in the show. We got some cool stuff that we're going to be also giving away. We have these that we've got in. These are wrestling lineups from the 80s to give away. This one from the Madison Square Garden, Hogan and Iron Sheik. Great lineup card there. We've got some other pretty cool ones here. We've got another one from the Spectrum, and that place is no longer. Housed one of the greatest college basketball games too. Duke versus Kentucky. That one's got Hogan and Flair from March in 1992. Got the Natural Disasters, Shawn Michaels, Hacksaw. Really cool things. We'll be giving away these as well, and I think I'll be doing these to give away before our giveaway. So these will be given away before the giveaway, before December 2nd. So you got to be watching to be able to get those. Hopefully you think these are really cool. I do. You frame these with some of your stuff. They're pretty awesome. And we'll give those away before December 2nd. So it could be next week on next week's show that we'll give away these, a couple of these. or it could be next week's show, or might be the end of this week's show. Could be the end of tonight's broadcast. You have to keep watching, but you have to be subscribed to the channel. For the belt giveaway, not for the others, but for the belt giveaway, I'm going to ask that you be a part of. You got to also be a subscriber to be on Twitter. So DDK Podcast. So make sure you're subscribed to DD Podcast on X, since Twitter or whatever, and to the show to win these giveaways, because I'm only going to give them away to subscribers and people that actually support the show. So make sure that's coming first Tuesday in December. So it's only a couple weeks away. We'll be doing the great giveaway right here on Double Dropkick. So the next little segment, we're talking about, great childhood memories. Do you guys remember when the figures came out from Hasbro back in 1991? Do you remember those, Ethan?
I do.
Did you have any of those? Who'd you have?
I had a couple. I think I had a Warrior. I didn't have too many. I know I had Warrior, and then I had. Was it Hogan?
Was it? You don't remember who you had?
Scar?
I know you had the Warrior.
I had so many of those little damn figures. Like, there was the Hasbro's, but at the time I didn't know what they were. And then there was Hasbro's and LGNs, and shit, I don't even still know what half of them are. I just buy shit that I like. I'm just like,
yeah, I thought they were absolutely killer growing up. They were killer stuff. Did you guys out there? Did you guys have those things? Those Hasbro figures? I guess people are.
Yes,
people are. Hold on one second here while I take some medicine.
She is the saint, Anthony. Truly. Damn cough gets me. Tomorrow canceled. Tomorrow's never canceled, though. Get your ass off there. It's Goat Milk Wednesday. This is what we do.
Sorry about that. Feeling like crap a little early. Get the wife to bring me in. But did you guys have those figures and remember playing with them back in the day? Need to text the wife to bring me some med. Sorry, it's wearing out. I'm starting to stutter and slur. Sorry about it. I play. Oh, you did? You sneak one back to my house and one figure at a time. What does that mean? Are you stealing them? I had to go over to play and sneak one back to my house, a figure at a time. Oh my! What was that? I don't have Twitter. I don't have Facebook Pay anymore. All right. Well, if you don't have a Twitter account, that's fine. We'll figure out a way. You had to cuss in the thing. Can't cuss in the comments. Please don't cuss in the comments. There you go. I guess these guys are having LJN. Okay. All right. Let's talk. I think Anthony's upset that you're talking about his grandma here. Am I in water? Talking about your grandma. Those figures scared you? Would those figures scare you? That's crazy. They were these figures here. And these were the commercials that they had back in the day. And if this doesn't bring you some very, very cool, you had to do what you had to do. Wow. Mendoza. We're learning a lot about you. How about giving me some of those that you've got left over? Because I'm going to show you mine that I've got here. Because I found these packed away. They were still in my you can hear them flying around. They were still in my childhood lunchbox.
I had that
Hulk Hogan. And the first thing I noticed when I looked it out was his belt. I'm like, what belt is that?
Is that the 84?
Looked like the 84, but it was made into a gold version. Some of them that I found, I didn't know they even made him. I didn't even see him in the commercial. There he is. There, he's in good shape, and he was a good one because you could move him right. You could get his hands all the way up. He had that, the lean forward and smack you. That move with his big old body. He had the Rick Rude, but you couldn't do really much with the Rick Rude. He was the one that had the headlock punch, but you couldn't do, you couldn't get somebody up in a body slam move because you couldn't get his other arm up. But that was the Rick Rude one. That one was really, really cool. And then one of the best ones, I thought one of the best looking figures ever made was this guy right here. The Macho Man just looks so good in this figure. Clean looking. Can move him really well. He has the double hands that come down, but he was a great looking figure. I thought one of the best figures ever made was this guy. Just, he looked really, really good. It looked so much like him too. And then, of course, you had Axe and Smash. It looked like they had mask. One of the kids was taking a mask off of there. I don't remember them coming with masks. Oh, I guess I don't have the mask, but there where they were. And he was made to look, it was the same as Hogan had, because Hogan was like this. His hands. And then he came out to be the same as almost the top frame where you can move his hands. But I had Action Smash of Demolition. They were in here. And of course, when I was playing these, I found my Hogan. My Hogan was in there. I wish the Warrior was in here. I had the Warrior, but he wasn't in here. The Warrior had this big old knot on his back. And I think you slid him down and it would project him. Yeah, he had this huge knot on him. But there's the Hogan one I had as a kid. I wanted to share these with you. I thought these were very, very cool.
I had my OG Warrior. That was like the first toy my mom ever got me.
Was it
like that wrestling related? So when she passed away, I left it at her grave.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
You left it there? Why not just bury it with her? I want somebody
I just left it there. Yeah.
I want somebody to take it. Actually traded a Hogan buddy for a pay-per-view chair. Probably an even trade. I don't know what they go for now. Never had any of these figures. I was basically doing with school, and my mom was ill. Sorry about that. Yeah, they did come in two waves. And I think the reason you didn't see the Rikishi, I think he might have been in wave 2. Maybe that's what it was, where you didn't see him there. But they some of the other ones they didn't show in there. Maybe at the end when they were all there, but they were in cool waves. And they came in great packaging. Remember the packaging they came in? It was big, bold, really cool. It was right direct to the point. They were really, really cool. They did have masks, very hard to find. But a guy can make that. You know a guy to make everything. Yeah, I maybe if I go through the boxes, I'll find the mask, but they look great. I mean, for figures made in the early 90s, 1991, 1992, they had really great detail. Some of the stuff we get made today. Sorry, one of my lights is out on the other side, so everything's not as bright as it used to be tonight. But the detail on these is absolutely great. Probably one of the most iconic trunks is this guy's trunks with the 3 stars. So I thought those were pretty cool. Wanted to share those with you. Thought they were pretty cool. And wanted to share that stuff with you. But remember, we've got coming up, today is the 5th, next week's the 12th. We got Max from NW Belts. He'll be on the next program next week. So you want to make sure you tune in for that. And then we've also got on the 19th, Ricky Henderson and some of the stuff that he's doing, with belts. Some pretty cool stuff coming up with him. We've got some other phone-in guests that we'll have, some other cool things that we've got coming in the works. Don't want to tell it because somebody will probably sabotage it. But we're still working, and we're going to get with ORM Belts. We're going to have ORM on the program and interview him. And some other wrestler belt makers that we're going to get in here. Some of the ones that are the trusted ones we'll have on the program as well to talk with you guys Macho Man had, he did. He did. I thought they're already in the Hall of Fame. Demolition's not in the Hall of Fame. They're in the Hall of Fame. Gotta be in the Hall of Fame. They're not in the Hall of Fame. That's why, if they're not, that's why that thing is a joke for WWF. Look that up. I thought they were in the thing. But hey guys, make sure you join Wide World Belts. Love those wrestling belts, Big Boys belts, and Championship Belt Brothers. I got a lot of other great championship figures. Championship Figure Brothers. WCW is a great group. Inner Circle is a great group. Check out some of those. The other thing that I wanted to mention tonight was on a guy lost his channel, and then I wanted to give him a shout out tonight. David Babel had his channel get messed up. It got all deleted with all of his stuff on it, and I wanted to make sure that everybody get this sent over here right now. I want to make sure everybody got in on his new channel, went and subscribed to it. It is the Instant Classic Review. So I want to make sure everybody goes on his YouTube channel and subscribes to that. He lost all of his stuff that was on there, and he'd been on there for he had a pretty big following too, didn't he?
Yeah, he had a solid following. Yeah,
I mean, it was over, wasn't it over 5,000 on there, or close to 5,000?
I'm not sure what it was.
But we know something happened and he couldn't even get it recovered. So, go over there to Instant Classic Reviews, right here, over on YouTube, and check out that for him. Get him, get a subscribe, go back to subscribe if you're on him. So I know there's some people that followed on him, and if, his channel fell up, got deleted by accident. So he's made a new one. It's the Instant Classic Reviews, David Babel. Go give him a check out. Go give him a follow. Help that guy out for what he does. He's a cool guy in the hobby, so we want to make sure we got him a shout out, and hopefully you'll get your followers up pretty quickly. He does some pretty cool reviews.
FYI, Demolition is not in the Hall of Fame. They blame politics and Vince McMahon. However, in 2024, they were invited to the Hall of Fame from Triple H, but they had prior obligations, so they couldn't attend.
That's pretty crazy. I wonder how politics would involved in that, because I didn't. Did it say anything about why? It didn't go into.
Let me see. This is off of Wrestle. Playing politics of Vince McMahon, the pair with the longest reigning tag team champions in WWE history, were being beaten by the New Day. However,
because of the lawsuit, Johnny says. Johnny seems to be up on it. I don't know what lawsuit that was.
Yep. Axe said during a 2018 interview that nothing. He felt that the lawsuit was keeping them from being enshrined.
Yeah, I guess if you're trying to sue somebody, they're not putting, but it should stand out from that. Shout out to the Rock and Roll Express. They got in the Memphis Hall of Fame back in September. We're awesome about that. It's the politics, how they left WWE, and all of the stuff that followed from that. Cyrus says, "How you doing, buddy?" He should know. Moose always knows, has the big info on it. Hopefully, we can get him on here as a guest sometime and pick his brain. Well, that's a shame, but maybe if they were involved in that they couldn't be put in the time and suing that, who knows? Yeah, man, we had a cool guest on here. Hopefully you watched the beginning. We had RYSK on here, and he's a former wrestler, or is a wrestler now, and he's got Wrestle Inc. company that makes all kinds of awesome wrestling memorabilia stuff, from belts to everything. He was a cool guest. We appreciate him coming on tonight. That was pretty cool. Did it say any more on there before we get going out of here?
Nope. That's basically the gist of it.
That's it. Well, buddy, I'm going to let you get out of here. We thank you. I'm going to do these outros and get out. Ethan Thompson, we will see you next week. I'll talk to you in just a little bit. Right. We appreciate it, buddy. We'll see you, man. We want to thank each and every one of you for coming in tonight. We had an awesome, fun night. Very cool. We thank RYSK for coming on here. Go get a check out to Mendoza Craft and Pinfall Title Belts. The stuff that they are doing is really, really cool. You guys. Get an HD acid etch belt for $750 on American leather. That's crazy. Check out Spanning the Globe Thursday. Mark and the guys over there. Make sure you check out C4 Authentic Belts, the only one that's partnered with Crumb Ryan themselves. Made by a silversmith, the brother of the original, with cast pieces from the OG. Check out C4AuthenticBelts.com and C4 Authentic Belts on Facebook, the only ones partnered with Crumb Ryan. C4 Authentic Belts, taking you back to 1986. Check out all the cool reviews we've got on here. Off the belt reviews. Doesn't get into all that kind of hating on how long it took, how this, how that, who you order from, how much it costs, whatever. It's all about the belt, the art, the leather, the detail of it. Check out that, and make sure, once again, you guys check out DD Podcast on X. Make sure you give away there, because we're going to give away stuff there and here. Remember, we got that giveaway show coming up. First Tuesday in December. I promise next week I'll have the graphic for it. We're going to give away all kinds of stuff. We got a belt to give away, Stone Cold Austin action figure signed by Stone Cold himself. Also wrestling figures. We're going to give away some stuff. Some of these championship lineup cards that we had here from the 80s. Got to check them out too. And it's all going to be done right here. So we want to make sure that you get it. And the belt, will be an awesome belt. It'll be on Mendoza Craft leather. So you want to check that out as well, because it's going to be really fun. So we hope that each and every one of you continue to watch the program, and we're going to see you next week. I thank you all for tuning in. Hopefully this has got you away from the storm that is on the media right now and all the craziness that's going on with it. Just settle down. Tomorrow will come. It'll be a new day. Focus on your family. Focus on your health. Focus on God. You guys stay humble. Stay kind. And we'll see you next week right here on the Dab Network. Double Dropkick. We're out.